This is part 10 in this YouTube series where I am writing this pseudo 3D racing game. In the last episode, I made the camera move forward or backwards down the road. I also added adjustable speed, friction, that slows the player down when they are not accelerating, and the ability to go in reverse. The focus of this episode will be on adding the ability to steer left and right, and adding a vehicle sprite so it starts to feel like an actual racing game. To begin, I will assign lateral movement to the A and D keys, which will move the player left and right. To do that, I need two new conditionals inside my update method. This decrements the player's X position when the A key is pressed, and increments it when the D key is pressed. I also need to add a new field to the player struct to represent the speed at which the player can move left and right. And when I create the player struct, I set it to a value I already tweaked outside of this video until it felt right. Now, I am going to adjust my projection formula to take the player's X position into account. I will replace the camera X values in this method with the player's X position. If I run the game now, I can move left and right as expected. Next, I want to add a vehicle sprite to the game, so it looks like there is actually a car on the road. I found some free sprites in itch.io, which I will use for this game, but this could be any sprite you want. I am a fan of the Nissan Skyline, so I will use this one, which resembles a GTR. In the GitHub repo, this will simply be replaced with a placeholder image, so you can use whatever you want. Adding the sprite is similar to how I have done in previous episodes, by using the embed package to embed the image into the binary. Then, in my game's onEnter method, I first need to decode the raw bytes into an Ebitengine.image, and then assign that image to the player's image field. Finally, I need to add a new drawPlayer method to draw the player sprite. I like to have my gameDraw method just have calls out to my other private methods, which allows me to comment out certain pieces of the draw code in case I want to debug only a specific part of the game. I could add my player sprite into the world as I do with the road segments, but I am actually just going to statically draw it in the center of the screen. My sprite is 128 by 128 pixels, so I want to scale it down a bit until it looks nice in proportion to the road segments. After a few adjustments, I have it looking pretty good, and now when I run the game, I can see the player sprite in the center of the screen, and it is starting to feel like the car is moving across lanes in the road. As I was writing this episode, I started experimenting with the camera. I had stopped reading about pseudo 3D techniques, and I just started going off on my own and trying things out. I struggled for a very long time trying to get the road, the player, and the camera to all work together. I discovered several different visual effects I liked, but it was not coming together as a cohesive game. Eventually, I decided I would break the projection method into its own package, and the player would actually just become the camera object. In the next episode, I will show you the solution I landed on and how the player, camera, and in-game objects all work together.